Good morning, BFFs. It is Shannon Mattern coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. Oh my gosh, I'm totally getting this flipping the camera thing down. I'm so excited. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. Fix that. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me this morning. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Shannon Mattern. I'm a WordPress expert and I teach WordPress to solopreneurs over at www.wp-bff.com. There you can sign up for my free 5-day website challenge where I'll teach you how to build a WordPress site from start to finish, all for free in just 5 days. So pop on over there and sign up to take that challenge if you have been struggling with your WordPress site, if you think you're not techy enough. But if you have been watching any of my scopes for the month of January, I have been scoping about my experience taking Natalie Lucy's 30-day list building challenge. My goal in the month of January was to increase my subscribers by 300 people to meet my overall goal of reaching 5,000 by the end of the year. So I needed to get 300 a month to make that happen. So I decided to take that 30-day list building challenge again and really focus in on some of the strategies and then share my results with you guys along the way so you could learn from some of the things that did work for me, that didn't work for me, and kind of take that information and put it into your own strategies. So today I want to talk about why it is so important to measure your efforts and not just measuring the number of subscribers that you got. By the way, I'm 12 people away, so please share this out with your networks or share the 5-day website challenge with your networks over at www.wp-bff.com. I really want to meet my goal for January, so I would really appreciate that if you would share this out with your friends, and also share this Periscope out with your friends because they could definitely use this information as well. So I'm not just talking about did I reach my goal. I want to reach my goal. I think I can reach my goal by January 31st, but I'm talking more about what strategies worked, what strategies didn't work, where did my traffic come from, how did they find me? And the best way to do that is to look back at your Google Analytics. So in the early setup of all the tech that you needed for the 30-day list building challenge within the first week, Natalie had you set up a goal in your Google Analytics to track how many people actually visited your site, then signed up, and how many converted into subscribers. So I have a few different opt-ins on my site, and some of them go to the page that I put my goal on, some of them don't. So my statistics aren't exactly accurate. But from what I'm seeing, I'm looking at my goal conversions. Let's see here. Let's look. I had from January 1st to January 27th, I had 235 goal completions. So that means about 50 came from my other opt-in, which is totally fine. I'll need to look at that separately. And I probably want to consolidate, so I'm only looking for data in one place. So I had a goal conversion rate of 6.6%. I don't know if that's good. I'm going to have to do some research to find out if that's a good conversion rate. I had an abandonment rate of 82.59%. So I'll have to do some research and see, am I in line? Just Google that right now. What's a good conversion rate? Anyhow, so I had 6.6% conversion. So, okay, so Lead Pages says that they're getting a 10% email opt-in conversion rate. Quora, someone asked on Quora, what's a good conversion rate? So I think it sounds like it's kind of arbitrary. But say I wanted to increase to 10% because that would get me more over the course of the year. It would help me meet my goal. I could do some split testing on my homepage to see if a different tagline got me more conversions. Like maybe I can do that for the whole month of February. I'll put a different tagline on my page and see if my conversions increase. And if that's the only thing that I change, maybe I can attribute that to better conversions. I also need to look at where my traffic's coming from. Because if I spent all this time writing guest posts and, you know, doing all these things on Facebook and Periscope, I want to see, you know, where is my traffic coming from? If I'm focusing on Facebook but my traffic's not coming from there, do I really need to focus on Facebook that much? So I'm clicking on my analytics. So for me, most of my traffic to my website is coming from Facebook. If I look at my goals, Facebook, Twitter, then Pinterest, then Google. And I'm not seeing Periscope in these social network analytics, so I don't know if that's part of it or not. I'll have to do some research on that. But from Facebook, I have a 10% conversion rate to opting in for my 5-day website challenge, and that's not even counting all the opt-ins, which is pretty cool. So that tells me that, you know, it's important for me to keep up all the time that I spend in Facebook's paying off, right? So it's really important to track statistics and things like that. And if you are a member of my BFF Academy, you'll see that I have a Google Analytics course. I'll be releasing soon a standalone Google Analytics course to teach you how to look at all the data and how to make actionable decisions based on what you're looking at. Because if you don't know what you're looking at, you're like so overwhelmed. You're like, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what to do with this stuff. It's crazy. So that's why it is so important to put that tracking mechanism in place in the first place at the very beginning. And then, you know, after you've done a campaign or something like that, to go back in and look and see, you know, where am I spending my time? Is that paying off for me? Did all the time I spend writing guest posts pay off for me? Maybe my strategy should be a little bit different. So instead of just kind of throwing a bunch of stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks, you're actually making strategic decisions based on what's actually happening on your website. So next month, I'm going to be focusing on building up my Pinterest. I recently took a Pinterest course, and I'm super excited about building my business on Pinterest because I couldn't see before. I was like, who cares about WordPress on Pinterest? But there are so many cool things about Pinterest that that I didn't realize, that I didn't know, because I don't use it. I'm like one of the few people that don't use it. So I didn't really get how powerful Pinterest can be for content value over time. So I'll explain more about that next month as I start getting into building my Pinterest, and I'll share with you the strategies that I've been developing and using to get every last drop of value out of my Periscopes, blog posts, and different things to make sure that I'm not just doing things once and then they're going away. I'm making sure I get maximum mileage out of everything I do, because if you're anything like me, you're really busy. Either you're a mom, you've got kids, you have a second job. I have a second job. I don't have kids, but I have a day job. I'm probably going to be late again today because I do these Periscopes on my way into the office. I have a day job. I have a house to take care of. You know, I have a fitness routine that I'm trying to maintain to finally get my health in check this year. So we all are stretched really, really thin. And if this Periscope just went away, like, I don't think it's a waste because I'm connecting with you guys. But if I didn't squeeze every last drop of value out of this Periscope, I think that I'd be missing a lot of opportunities. So I would love to share with you over the next month how I am getting more value out of my Periscopes and how they're feeding everything else that I'm doing online. And if that's not a reason to get on Periscope and start broadcasting, I don't know what is. So thanks so much for watching my broadcast, you guys. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for sharing this out. I really appreciate you, and